I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP. Bye, honey. We love you.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger, when you join a community that works together to lift each other up, a place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment, or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy, but you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there, and you will be better for it. We are
Drury! There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
we go. We are live from Brightspeed Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Live from the Big Slice broadcast booth. And it is Drury hockey versus Maryville. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson here with you. Yeah, late. Had a lot of things to take care of, including telling everybody about the fact that we are, I'll be the game of the week. It's number 5, Drury. Number 6, Maryville. And hopefully that will give you the best game that you want to see this weekend as these two teams battle. Now, Missouri State, take that back. Drury last played Missouri State December 6th. That's the last time that they've been on the ice. Maryville last played Missouri State last weekend. That's the time that they've been on the ice. So we'll see if that factors in here this weekend. But let's take a look at the WSR pregame report between these two teams. So Drury, as I mentioned, ranked number 5 in the 10th ranking of the 25-26 Division I poll. They come in at 18-1. Now, they've only had one loss this season, 6-2 to Ohio on November 23rd at the Chicago Classic. Now, in 2 seasons, they are 46-4. That includes Nationals at Division I. Their previous loss at Nationals, March 17, 2025, to Minot State, a 4-0 defeat. As I mentioned, they swept Missouri State December 5th and 6th in Game 1, a 3-2 shootout win. Lucas Ravenstein, Russell Kozek also getting a goal, both of them, and then Anmal Garcha gets the game-winning shootout goal as the first shooter to give the victory. Joseph Kuchaslo with 30 of 32 shots stopped. And then in Game 2, a 3-2 regulation win. Ravenstein, Luke Aston, Levi Brewer all get goals, and Kuchaslo stopping 36 of 38. The Drury Panthers have outscored teams 50-20 in the past 10 games. They've shut out teams 3 times this season, including Illinois State, Midland, and Central Oklahoma. Now, if you take a look at some of the stats from this season for these players, goaltending, Joseph Kuchaslo, a 1.92 goals against average. That's 12th in the ACHA Division I. A .932 save percentage. That's 15th. Brett Sweet, 5th, with a 1.20 goals against average. Scoring-wise, KT Walters, 26 points, 68th. 1.37 points per game is 66th. And Malgarcha with 26 points. He is 69th in the league. And power play, or points per game, that is 137, 1.37, that is 65th. Defenseman, well, Grady Sterling-Ponick, 33rd with a .84 points per game. And Francis Young-Bernard, he is 45th with a .79 points per game. We'll look at the top 5 for the Drury Panthers. And that includes KT Walters. No points the last couple of games. He did have a goal versus Jamestown November 22nd. Career-wise, 28 goals, 32 assists in 50 games. He is first for the Panthers. Second for the Panthers is Anmal Garcha. Didn't have a couple of points, or didn't have any points in the last couple of games. Last goal he had was against Ohio November 23rd. Career-wise, 22 goals, 40 assists in 47 games. This year, averaging 1.37 points per game. He is second. Third for the Panthers. That is Daniel Beaupre. Again, no points last weekend, or the last time they played, December 5th and 6th versus Missouri State. But he does lead the team with 5 power play goals career-wise. 22 goals, 40 assists in 49 games for him. Fourth for the Panthers. That is Luke Aston with a goal and 2 assists versus Missouri State December 6th. 3 goals and 4 assists in 7 games for him. Career rise in 50 games, 24 goals, 38 assists. This year averaging 1.21 points per game. Fifth for the Panthers. That is Matthew Johnston. Again, no points in the last 4 games. It seems to be the theme for this hockey club, though. 5 goals, 9 assists in the previous 9 career-wise in 49 games. 18 goals, 23 assists, averaging a point a game. We'll look at the goaltending core for the Panthers, and of course, Joshua Robbins on the roster has not played this season. Brett Sweet, he's 5-0 in 5 games, but tonight it'll be Joseph Kuchaslo, who's seen majority of the work for the Panthers. 14 games, he is 13-1, 1.92 goals against average, and a .932 save percentage. 2 shutouts to his credit. We'll look at the visitors and the Maryville Saints. Maryville 6 spot, that's what they're ranked, number 6 in the 10th ranking. Now they have a record of 11-9-1, but in the ACHA, playing Division I games, they are 10-6. Again, those others are in NCAA Division I play. 5 of the last 12 games have been against non-ACHA teams. A 9-3 loss to NCAA Division I Long Island University on October 30th, and then a 3-1 loss to Long Island on the 31st. An overtime loss 2-1 to Simon Fraser University on December 5th, and then December 6th they did capture a 4-1 victory over Simon Fraser, and then most recently the University of Alaska Anchorage on December 10th, a 4-0 loss to them. Mentioned about the sweep against Missouri State last weekend, a 6-4 victory in Game 1. Max Wagner had a goal and 2 assists. Jack Henderson, Brent Ursulak, Colton McLeod all had a goal each among the scorers there. And in Game 2, a 3-1 victory. Sidney McNeil, a goal and an assist. Sam Edwards and Will Smith also popping in a goal each. Now, Maryville has announced plans to elevate the program to an NCAA Division I team. They announced that back on September 28th of 2025. $5.5 million is their goal. They have raised over $2.2 million thus far. Construction slated for spring of 2026 to expand the Maryville University Hockey Center with a seating capacity of about 2,000. And they hope to begin play in the 27-28 season. So a lot of aspirations for Maryville, and I have yet to find out if that means that they will continue on with a Division I team. Well, the top 5 for the Saints include Sam Edwards, Will Wagner, Ethan Chesney, Sidney McNeil, and Will Smith, all with 13, 12, 12, and 11 points each. Now the top 5 Saints players have 16 of the team's 22 shorthanded goals. So this top 5 is pretty potent for the Saints, that is. We'll take a look at the goaltending for the Saints. With 3 listed. Tonight, though, Lucas Bain will start in 8 games. He's 6-2 with a 1.50 goals against average and a .937 save percentage, along with a shutout. Also backing up Parker Saka. He is 2.75 goals against average and an .887 save percentage. The matchup between these two teams. Record goes to the Panthers at 18-1. The goals for, the goals against, also for the Panthers, of course, the goal differential. But if you look at the power play stats, the Panthers 25.3% this season, 24 for 95. And for Maryville, they are 32%, 22 for 67. Penalty kill favors the Panthers. They have killed 64, or take that back, they have killed 10 of 74. For 86.5%, and just 11 of 62 for 82.3% for Maryville. That wraps things up for the WSR pregame report and the matchups between these two teams. In a moment, we'll head down to Kevin Klein, the public address announcer, as he gets things going, the on-ice festivities here for period number 1.
And welcome to the Stan Meldon Arena inside Brightspeed Ice Park for tonight's regular season ACHA Division I hockey matchup featuring the visiting 6th ranked Maryville University Saints and your 5th-ranked Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator is Ryan Robb. Tonight's officials, referees Mark Marzola and Sean Fitzpatrick, linesmen Matt Wells and Griffin Green. Penalty box officials Danny McIntyre and Paul Higdon. The broadcast team for Web Sports Radio is Steve Casson and Scott Lutsky. And our music director is the birthday girl, Jaden Robb. Now, for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Saints of Maryville University. At left wing, number 9, Jack Henderson. At right wing, number 92, Ethan Chesney. At center, number 16, Max Wagner. Left defense, number 23, Brett Ursulak. Right defense, number 3, Vito Biondo. In goal, number 33, Lucas Bain. The Saints head coach is John Hogan, assistant coach Kevin Gregory.
Who is that? Who's in there?
You made the draws down I-44. You had 3 hours to reconsider. But you didn't. Not smart. So let's play a game.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting 6 for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, a sophomore from St. Albert's, Alberta, Canada, number 18, Luke Ashton. At right wing, a sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan, number 71, Jackson Trushan. At center, a junior from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada, the captain, number 19, K.T. Walters. And left defense, a freshman from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, number 44, G.S.P. Grady Sterling Ponick. At right defense, a sophomore from St. Albert, Alberta, Canada, number 22, Lucas Adonik. And in goal, a sophomore from Mission, British Columbia, Canada, number 30, Joe Kuchaslow. The Panthers are led by head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. The Panthers strength coach is Corey Roy, and skating with the Panthers this evening, 10-year-old William Loudermill, a participant in the Junior Bears program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to continue standing if you're able, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. team captains to make their way to center ice for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. This evening, we welcome native Missourian Bailey Stroll. You can see Bailey anchor the Ozarks First newscasts weekdays at 6 p.m. on Color 10 and 6:30 p.m. on Fox 49.
Ceremonial puck drop done here as we get ready for these two teams. As I mentioned, Drury, number 5, Maryville, number 6. And when you look at these two teams and you look down the roster and you wonder what the makeup is of these two hockey clubs, well, most are from Canada. 98% from Canada for Drury. 92.3, there you go, that's the statistic. 76.7 for Maryville, and we are underway in period number 1. It'll be quickly the Panthers to have possession. They get it up to center, and working it across the line, getting the first shot off is KT Walters. Behind the net, Walters cross-checks someone, drive comes in. That's from Luke Aston, and the first save of the night goes to Lucas Bain. Drive in from the left side by Aston, and Bain will cover that one up. Now Walters gets into the mix here. Just 26 seconds in, we have a shot or two and a potential tussle. Face off in the Maryville University zone. Daniel Beaupre in to take the draw. Tries to win it from Campbell McLean. McLean gets the better of it. Puck comes out to center. Left side across the line to Will Smith. He'll send it all the way around to the far side. Worked low along the goal line, far side now. Panthers cannot grab. Taken by the Saints off the boards to Luke Adams. Drive comes in. It's potentially deflected away. Over to the far side. Panthers do have enough to get it out to center ice. Now here comes Drury. Across for Daniel Beaupre. In fact, as he sends it in, line change now for the Panthers. Adams again. His pass comes out to center ice. Big hit, but we get a potential icing here. Do we get, yeah, we get the icing call. So 3 officials had their hands up. 2 were the linesmen signaling icing. Then the referee had his hand up saying don't move from the bench. And that's what we have as an icing here. .47 to go in the period. Puck behind the net. Work to Jackson Truchon. Pulled away now to Aston. Over to the far side. It will go to Daniel Beaupre. He'll send it all the way around to Truchon. Lets it go. Worked through to Luke Aston. Coming in to help out. And getting pushed down to the ground was Will Smith. Play continues. Sent over to Adams. Adams has been on this since the start of the game, it seems like, as far as his shift goes. Adams again works it into the corner. Now off the boards to Sidney McNeil. He'll shoot it all the way in and get it down after getting hit by Jamison. And a quick changeover. Under 18 to go in the period. Here across the line go the Panthers. Devin Jamison with a drive, save, rebound, loose out in front. And it was an attempt by Tyson Horiachka. Now a drive comes in from the right side by Sadownik. Another save by Bain. On the line apparently, and the puck gets deflected up and out of play. 17:39 to go in the period, and 2 shots are officially on. Want to welcome in the godfather of hockey, And the man who without
now
him...
That's more credit than I deserve. See, be careful.
Well, the man that basically brought hockey here to Springfield is Stan Melton joining us. And Stan, I know that everything as far as your loyalties lies with Missouri State, but hockey is hockey, right? So
oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Both these teams play a great brand of hockey, and we're so proud to see Drury's start up and success over their 3 seasons, and this game is going to be a burner.
And they score first. Speaking of burning, Grady Sterling-Ponick puts it home. He gets the puck past Bain, and the Panthers take the lead here in the first period.
Drawing first blood is always the key, and Drury is on it tonight.
Grady Sterling-Ponick will get his 3rd goal of the season, and it's 1-0 Drury. We'll catch the call in a moment.
Panthers goal, his 3rd of the season, scored by number 44, Grady Sterling-Ponick. Assisted on the play by number 7, Jamison St. Clair. Time of the goal, 2:46. Sterling-Ponick from St. Clair at 2:46.
Oh, a 1-0 lead for the Panthers. That's what we got to do, get you on the broadcast more often, Stan. Here's Vermeesh. He gets it out to center. Panthers will work it in again. Drop it down in low. Behind the net to Vito Biondo. 1 goal, 2 assists for him. Taken away by Vermeesh. Is he able to clear it out to center? He does, but that's as far as it goes as the Panthers return the favor. They bring it in. Biondo. Over to Max Wagner. 5 goals, 8 assists for Wagner. The Panthers, though, steal the puck. It goes behind the net. It'll go to Luke Aston, though, but he has it taken away by Jack Henderson. Now to Biondo. He'll work it across the line and send it down in where it'll be Levi Brewer. He'll steal for the Panthers. Gets a return pass. His pass is deflected up and into the scorer's table area by Wagner. And it'll be from the point of the deflection, which is just outside the zone. We understand a couple of glitches in our camera feed. We'll try to get that fixed somehow, some way on the fly, if we can. Meanwhile, 15:45 to go in the period. Panthers lead 1-0. Their shot total is 3-0. Jackson Truchon in on a hit. Puck taken away by Ethan Chesney, and he'll send it down in. Line of Ethan Chesney, Max Wagner, and Jack Henderson. Here come the Panthers as it's sent in by Brewer. Panthers complete that change. Flipped up and out by Edwards, or make that Colt Corpse, and will have the play at center in the Panthers zone. Panthers move it ahead. Taken by Grady Sterling-Ponick. Puck gets flipped up and out of play. 14:56 to go in the period. Face-off will come just outside the Drury attacking line. A 1-0 lead for Drury. On the goal by Grady Sterling-Ponick, his third. St. Clair with the assist. And for St. Clair, that is his 5th assist of the season. 1-0 Drury. 14:43 remaining. Puck sent all the way down, chased by Smith in the Panthers zone. Work behind the net. Maryville with possession. Comes up to the right side, Brent Ursulak. Now up the middle, a shot blocked as Easton DeBray got that one. DeBray looking for more than a goal. That's all he has this season, 1 goal. And he got that against Arizona on November 21st. So the Panthers, they'll move it across the line, tip it in. Chasing it down is Nolan Bosher. Bosher drops it to St. Clair, pulled off of his stick, moved over to the far side, and Jared Gale races right through, says if nobody's going to go for it, I will. Here's a drive from the left side, and it's held on to as Russell Kosick gets the shot, and Bain will hold on. 13:58 to go in the period, and a 1-0 lead for the Panthers.
Steve, I'm sure you've talked about it, but we're getting to see tonight two of the top teams in the ACHA, rankings-wise, number 5 Drury and number 6 Maryville, and it is going to be a good weekend series with these two.
Absolutely. Puck is blocked under Flores, and then the Panthers do get a shot in. Right on the doorstep for the Drury Panthers was Aston. Or make that Walters 19. Now Jackson Truchon. He'll work it into the corner. Faces his man in at the half board, or the goal line. That was Sidney McNeil. Walters still into forecheck. Puck out to center. Chasing it is Francis Young-Menard. He'll have it behind for the Panthers and work it through. The senior out of St. Paul de Abbotsford, Quebec. One of 2 players that speak French on the Panthers squad. Puck driven in, chased into the near side boards by St. Clair. He gets checked off the play by Ursulak. Down in low, Bosher, he puts a hit on Biondo. Now Bosher trying to kick it through. Gale is in there, also trying to help out was Vermeesh, and now the puck is covered up by the goaltender, Bain, as we get some pushing and shoving here. 12:51 to go in the period. Stan, I ran into Joey Bacardi earlier as Missouri State actually had a practice before the game.
Yep.
And I was talking to him, and I mentioned, hey, you're going to stay for this game afterwards, Drury and Maryville. And he said, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And he said, I'll get back to it here in a second. With 12:45 remaining, here's a drive in and a save on the shot by Brewer. But he said, so are we going to be able to play Drury? And I said, well, right now you're playing as things would happen today. You're playing UNLV. But I said, now you could play Drury. I said, if you drop from 19 to 21, and he looked at me and says, drop?
Yeah.
Well, so.
Don't want to take that chance.
No, not at all. If
you hit 21 or below, you're in the knockout zone where a lower level team could get an auto bid and knock you out. So
speaking of
let's
knocking
stay
out,
in the top 20.
Yeah, speaking of knocking out, Daniel Beaupre put a big hit on Ethan Chesney, slammed him into the boards. Not a knockout, though. Here come the Panthers. They bring it across the line, and as far as it gets, it's sent back out. Went off the stick of Matthew Johnston. Brought back in, grabbed by Debray, and cleared out to center. 12:10 to go in the period. 1-0 Drury. Believe it or not, they are out shooting Maryville 6-0 shot-wise. Puck is tipped back out. The Panthers do get a line change. Luckily, the puck was nowhere near the person that had it. It would have been too many men. Panthers almost got caught again, as they do change just in time. Puck taken by Drury as they steal the puck. Sent in by Devin Jamieson. Worked back behind the net. Davidson to forecheck, but Colt Corpse is able to clear it out to center ice. With some help, it's brought farther down. Panthers do send it into the zone now with 11:25 to go in the period. Lead pass brought across the line. Drop down, here's Edwards. Looking out in front, we get a whistle, stoppage and play. I'm going to assume the net dislodged. I mean, normally you don't blow the play dead while play is going on, unless it's a penalty, and I don't see that indication. Offside, that's what it is, apparently. So we'll bring it outside the zone. Offside is called. 11:19 to go in the period. Here's Adams. And it looks like maybe another offside. And the clock did not roll. 11:13. I don't believe it rolled. So we'll do it again. 1-0 Drury on the man that has the puck now, Grady Sterling-Ponick. We get a whistle, hand pass is called. 11:06 to go. And now they're going to move the face-off back in the Maryville zone, apparently. Horyaczka in for the Panthers. In for Maryville is Campbell McLean. Panthers keep the pressure on. Tip to the right point. Driven all the way around. Jamison to chase. He puts a big hit on Edwards. Now they continue to battle for it. Jamison kicks it ahead, taken by McLean. Driven down in where the Panthers will have Joe Davidson to retrieve. 10:38 to go in the period. 1-0 Drury. Puck is sent and spun around 360 by Lucas Adams. He clears the zone. Puck right up the middle. And the Panthers will have it. KT Walters. KT this season, no points in the last 2 games for him. Down to 10:14 remaining. Icing will be the call. 10:13 to go in the period. And an icing call will bring it back at the Panthers' end. They still lead in shots. 6-0. So the Panthers have scored the first goal of the game in 16 of 20 games this season. And they lead 1-0. Drive from Biondo comes in. Kuchaslo saw it all the way. Face off with the right of Kuchaslo. Left as you look at it. Draw one taken by Ursulak. They'll have it for Maryville. 4-player battle on the near side boards. St. Clair is able to break it free. He flips it up into the netting, though. 9:53 to go in the period. Now 6-1 are the shots. And a 1-0 lead. Goal at 2:46. Grady Sterling-Ponick, his third. St. Clair with his 5th assist. And a 1-0 lead. Draw one. Panthers had it momentarily, and now they get it into the zone. Taken away by Ursulak. Big hit there by O'Rourke. Puck comes out to Chesney. He'll send it in, and the Panthers will retrieve in their own zone. They'll bring it across the line now. 9:24 to go here in the first period. Number 5 versus number 6. Oh, Boscher's going to get, or make that Brewer is going to get a penalty. Check from behind. And the first penalty of the game will be assessed to Drury. So Brewer this season, that is, believe it or not, only his 2nd penalty. Now 4 minutes for him on the season. Maryville with their first power play chance. Puck is cleared. Well, they call it boarding, but I've thought the officials said checking from behind. So either way, it's a 2-minute penalty. Puck driven down. Maryville to get it set up near side boards. 1:40 to go in the power play. Pushing his way through is Luke Aston. Puck comes up right side, looking to the left side. Now the Panthers do clear. Big play by Tyson Horiachka, as he is able to step in front of Sam Edwards and clear the puck. Now here comes Sidney McNeil. Gets it as far as the red line, or at the blue line. And now retreating to the red line is Chesney. Tried to get it sent in, but it's deflected away and driven down by St. Clair. He'll battle for it. Panthers will retreat as they go for a potential line change. Here comes Biondo for Maryville across the line. Flips it back behind the net, looking for some help. Up top, they move it to Ursulak. Biondo, he shoots. It's blocked inadvertently in front and cleared. Out of their own zone, Ursulak stolen out in front, and almost Matthew Johnston was there. He stole the puck and he just missed it wide right. Now grabbed by McElwain. Sent in across the line. Panthers are able to clear and they get it out to center. Chasing it is Beaupre. Beaupre still putting the pressure on. Still not able to grab the puck, but all of that kills the power play. Now we're going to get a penalty. And it is going to, well, wait, is this a delayed offside maybe? It's the linesman calling it. So I'm thinking it's a delayed offside, and that's what it is, not a penalty on the hit there. Now Garcha, he'll come in off the net now, and as it gets moved away by Vermeesh, he's able to clear it out to center and bring it all the way in for the Panthers and Lucas Ravenstein. Held by Debray. Puck deflected up, stays in the center ice area, now grabbed by McLeod, and he'll drive it down in. Ravenstein is there to cut it off. Goes behind the net in the Panthers zone. 6:15 to go in the period. Puck's in over to the far side. Panthers with possession, they gave it up. Comes out in front. Up top, a drive comes in from the right side as the Panthers give up the puck. And Maryville is able to get a shot off. 6:02 to go.
Well, Steve, the Panthers were extremely impressive in that penalty kill. One of the things that I was really impressed by against Maryville when our Ice Bears played them last weekend was their ability to control the puck in the offensive zone 5-on-5, and the Panthers really caused them major disturbances on that penalty kill. And that was a 5-on-4 situation for Maryville.
Down to 5:50 to go in the period. First period intermission guest, that'll be Lucas Ravenstein. We'll talk to him. Puck tipped up and driven down by Kosek. His parents are here. Said that it's a family affair. Every time there's a game, they put on Web Sports and they're able to watch. Here is a drive by Jamieson, and the shot was partially tipped and cleared. They picked the best games to come down and see, number 5 versus 6. They come from Vernon, BC. Down to 5 minutes remaining. Ursulak. Reverse. Will be flipped down in by Adams even farther. Panthers still keep it in. Here's Walters. He's able to move the puck to the half boards. Chipped by Aston. Now a drive comes in, missing on the right side by Sodownik. Near side. Edwards to work it. Edwards is able to get it out. Sam Edwards, first in scoring, had a goal against Missouri State last weekend. So he does have a 1-game goal scoring streak. In fact, a couple of players have streaks. Max Wagner with a 3-game point scoring streak. .409 to go in the period, and we get a line change for both teams. Stan, Missouri State has not had a shot in almost 10 minutes. A shot on goal, that is.
Now we better make that Maryville, Steve.
Oh, you mean switch it around? Okay.
No.
Well, Missouri State had a 6-0 lead in shots. They don't have a shot yet. It's now 6-3 in shots.
Oh, I got you comparing our earlier game.
Buck into the corner. Oh, am I confusing it with last game? Could be.
Yeah.
3:40 to go in the period. Here we come the other way. Across the line for Maryville. Henderson with a backhander that missed. Oh, right out in front. Good deflection inadvertently by Ravenstein. Right up in front. Panthers are able to clear. O'Rourke is able to get it out. 3:16 to go. Lead pass by Corpse, sent down in. 3:08 remaining. 1-0 Drury. On Grady Sterling Ponick's third of the season. And of course, we will talk to Grady Sterling Ponick. He'll be our first period intermission guest tomorrow. So by the time we've talked to him, he's already scored. We get an offside or a hand pass here. Hand pass is what it'll be. 2:47 to go in the period. 6-3 of the shots in favor of Drury. Yeah, Stan, these games tend to run together.
Oh, I'm sure. No doubt about it.
And the thing is, it's Maryville all weekend.
Yes, sir.
In fact, not only does Division I play tomorrow, but Division III, Maryville and Drury will play tomorrow, 10 a.m. So we hope you'll tune in for that. Here's Garcha across the line. Lost the puck, and it's stolen and taken away by Ursulak. Panthers return the favor, bring it back in.
Now coming into the rink tonight, Steve, we've got 2 buses full of Maryville guys, and the Maryville D3 team is sitting here in the stands watching their counterparts on the D1 team tonight.
Drive comes in by Turcotte. It's moved into the corner. Now back out for the Panthers. Garcha on the right side. Garcha across the line. Gets it through. He's checked by Vermeesh. Now stepping in is Johnston. Over to Sadownik to the corner. Now left side drive. It's blocked out in front. Beaupre with a drive from the right, missed. Sterling Ponick, he'll send it down in low. Now for the Panthers is Garcha. Tried to work it over, but it's taken away by Adams. And Adams will go the length of the ice. Spun it around, far side. Sterling Ponick is there. Kept in also by Devin Jameson. And now moved out to center. And it's Maryville. Stealing the puck is Luke McLeod. He's able to give it up to Adams, and they'll send it in. Drive off the back of the boards. Wrap around in front. It misses everything. Taken away by the Panthers. Across the line. Looking for some help was Davidson. Nobody there. So he'll swing it to Bosher. Left side now. Ravenstein. Less than a minute to go in the period. Flipped up by Davidson. Taken away by Adams for Maryville. And the puck is out to center ice. Here's McElwain. He'll look for 2 seconds remains. Oh, the Panthers gave it up out in front. In fact, without a stick was McElwain. He's able to kick it over, and that shot went wide. After kicking it over, that is, to McLean, and that shot went wide. 17 to go in the period. Here's Truchon. He'll send it over. The trailer out in front was Kosek, and he couldn't get it through. 7 to go in the period. Sent over to Truchon, but it's out to center ice, and the official will get out of the way who's holding the broken stick. Period ends. A lot of action.
At the 2:46 mark, Drury University goal, his third of the season, scored by number 44, Grady Sterling Ponick, assisted by number 7, Jamison St. Clair. And Drury penalty at 10:46, 2-minute minor for boarding to number 4, Levi Brewer.
So that is the catch-up on the scoreboard there. So we take a look. Just 6 shots for the Panthers on Lucas Bain. Joseph Kuchaslo, only 4 on him.
As we've been talking about, Steve, we got a real back-and-forth battle in that first period, and I seem to think that the rest of the game might be that way too. It'll be a really competitive, strong contest for us to see tonight.
Yeah, it is, of course, when you figure the number 5 versus the number 6. Each team right now trying to figure themselves out. Nice to see Drury come out the way they did. They haven't played since playing Missouri State on December 6th. And then, of course, last weekend where Maryville plays Missouri State, and they get everything out of the way as far as any type of inability to skate, so to speak. But it looks like right now Drury is keeping up and maybe surpassing Maryville right now.
Absolutely, yep. The Panthers are looking good tonight.
Well, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Lucas Ravenstein of the Drury Panthers. We'll do that in just a moment. 1-0 Drury after 1 period.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, now talking with Lucas Ravenstein. Lucas, 6 goals, 5 assists, and a 2-game goal-scoring streak. You got a couple of those against rival Missouri State. First of all, what's it like to play in a rivalry like that? Has that been one of the few huge crowd-type rivalries you've been in?
Yeah, it's been a while, especially since coming here. Like, it's been like the crowd we got was unbelievable. Like, both schools showed up really well, but back in junior, had a couple rivalries during like playoff series, like over and over again. So, but it was definitely refreshing to get one in college.
And it's not fair because some of the rinks that you play in probably can seat 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. So here it's only 1,100, and don't tell the fire marshal we stuck in an extra 200. But yeah, so that was good. Of course. You come out on top, but you had a scare in that first game. But what was it like for you to get a couple of goals and to kind of get going? I mentioned to Coach, I said I felt like you were kind of getting hot towards the end of the first half of the semester. You feel like you're ready to get that into the second semester too?
Yeah, it was really big. It definitely gave me a lot of confidence going into the break, and like it was kind of eased my mind a little bit from like my game standpoint. But it was, yeah, just got the first one was a bit of a lucky one, but sometimes you gotta have some of those. So, but yeah, it was good. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy I could help the team get those 2 big wins.
I mean, 6 goals, and as a defenseman aren't usually supposed to score that much. But do you feel like you are a offensive defenseman, or are you kind of a mix of both?
I would say at the end of the day, my game is a bit more offensive, but I try to play, especially being on the third pair with Brew, I try to play a bit of that two-way game, but sometimes just my offensive instincts just kind of kick forward a little bit.
Now, of course, from Surrey, British Columbia. Now, for those of us who are not familiar, I know where British Columbia is, but I couldn't tell you where Surrey was at all. Where is it?
It's right on the west coast, as far west as you can get on the mainland. I live 5 minutes from the border, which is about 2 hours above Seattle.
Okay, so it's right there in the Vancouver area. It's right there.
Yeah.
So you're familiar, obviously, with the teams that participate, let's say, in Washington and the teams that are there locally.
Yeah, we normally play the Vancouver teams, but the odd time we'll play like a Seattle or a team in northern Washington.
Is there any difference between the two?
Back home, the American rules are a little bit different, along with like icings and stuff like that. But it's been a while since I've played American team, since like about minor hockey. But it's a little bit different.
So they have no touch or hybrid, or what they have?
They have no touch. So just like first to the or like it's just if the puck hits the wall, then it's just blown down. Doesn't matter who's beating it out. And then like you also have to wear like mouth guards in minor hockey, as opposed to like a neck guard or something, which in Canada we have to.
Now, do they have to do? They don't have to do full cage, right? You can wear a half shield.
In junior, we were allowed to wear a visor last year, but I'm not sure about the States.
Yeah, which is a little tough. I've seen guys that have gotten hit underneath the visor. It's not fun.
No, it's not pretty.
Luckily, I was a goalie, so I always had to wear a cage, so I didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
But okay, are there any differences food-wise? Is there something here that maybe you've had in this area, or maybe on a road trip or something like that? You say, well, that's interesting. They don't have it in Canada.
I think a lot of the fast food joints here, like they don't got in Canada, like Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, Panda Express, like all those. Like, so I try to get my money's worth when I'm down here for eating those. And even like on the road, we always go to Buc-ee's before a road trip, and like we have nothing like that in Canada. And like, but yeah, so like the food's definitely a bit different here, but like I'm liking it.
So who do they have? I know there's Canadian Tire, but who? And then, of course, Timmy's. But what do they have there?
We got like White Spot, which is kind of like it's like a burger / chicken fast food joint. They got down in Vancouver, we got Cactus Club, which is like a nice restaurant area.
Okay.
And like love going there with my buddies. What else? We got Boston Pizza, another restaurant. I haven't seen one in the States, but I don't know if it's just a Canadian thing, but it's like pizza restaurant, like that's really good. And yeah, it's like nothing like here though. Nothing like here.
So growing up in Canada, did you feel that maybe you were more of the healthier side of a food eater because maybe they didn't have as much fast food, or were you just, hey, I'm fast fooding it?
No, we definitely have our fair share of fast food, but oh no, I tried to stay healthy here and there, but like obviously like can't be perfect all the time.
Sure, absolutely. Joining us is Lucas Ravenstein of the Drury Panthers, and I mentioned 2-game goal scoring streak. You had a couple assists against Jamestown, and prior to that, you had a goal against Iowa State. So you've been putting the puck in the net. Do you feel like there's more to work on? And what I mean by work on is you personally, you mentally, or however you feel you need to put the puck in. Do you feel it's happening?
Yeah, I think whatever I'm doing, it's been working out pretty well for me. And so coming into the second half, I'm going to try to keep playing my game and keep doing what's been working for me. But like at the end of the day, like got to thank my teammates for like even like my second goal against Missouri State was a great pass from Luke, and like anyway, so can't be doing it without them.
Absolutely. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Ideally a fireman. I don't know. It's not set in stone yet, but that's what I'm working towards. And as of now, I don't got a plan B, so hopefully that works out for me.
So for all the fire science courses and all that stuff is what you're taking, or will take?
Yeah.
Do you want to back in Canada, or if something happens in the States?
It would definitely be back in Canada, but if something opens up in the States and that's just my first opportunity, I'd definitely be open-minded to it.
Now, are you thinking of continuing, whether it's like coaching or at least skating, because you know there'll be an alumni game one of these days? Are you continuing to play hockey, or will that impede you from doing that?
No, I would definitely continue to play hockey. Maybe the first couple years I'd stay off the ice a little bit just to maybe stay healthy and not get hurt, but definitely down the road I'd still be playing like beer league or alumni games, stuff like that.
Beer league is probably the best. That's always fun. And firemen, you know, they don't work, but 24 on, 24 off kind of thing. So you'll have all the time in the world to play, right?
Yep.
Who is the player on the team right now that is kind of that leader? Whether we'll use two scenarios, one in the locker room or one during the game. Is there someone or two or three players that are kind of that motivational go-to person?
I say in the locker room, our captains do a really good job at like keeping the mood high and just like keeping us calm and like just ready for the next period or next shift or whatever it is. And then on the ice, I'd say Luke Aston always works his bag off. Like he always is. You look at him and like you just know you're gonna get the best out of him. And like even a guy like Grady Sterling-Ponick, like he's always good at getting the boys fired up. So yeah.
Speaking of on the ice and getting fired up, if it's something you can say on the air, but what's the funniest chirp you heard on the ice or even said?
To be honest, I haven't really heard any chirps from the other teams this year. So, but I don't know. Grady's got a couple good chirps here and there. Same with Lucas Sidonic. So, yeah, you're gonna have to ask them. Okay,
fair enough. I will ask them about their chirps. Who is your favorite NHL player?
My favorite NHL player. I grew up watching Jordan Eberle a lot back when I used to play forward, but and I haven't really had time to kind of figure out a D-man I like to watch for the most part. But Jordan Eberle was definitely a guy that got me into the sport and like a guy that I really like looked up to and like tried to grow my game after when I was first growing up.
Now, who is your favorite NHL team?
Edmonton Oilers. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
LA is my team, and Edmonton has their number. It's had it for a while.
Yeah.
Although LA got the best of them in the overtime winner the other day. So.
Yep, they sure did.
But there's a lot of players on that team that I'm sure you could pick and choose as to who would be a go-to player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What do you like about this hockey club?
I just love how close we got so quick. It's a great group of guys. We're well coached. We got two great coaches in Jeremy and Cookie. And it's just a fun atmosphere to be a part of. It's a great school to come to. Drury's school's been really good to me so far, and we get good fans every night, night in, night out, and yeah, it's just been a real treat to play here.
Now, are they the reason you came here, or is it because you know pretty much everybody on the team?
I actually didn't know many guys. I knew Nolan Boucher. We played junior together, but besides that, I didn't know anybody. So it was mostly the coaches that got me into this, and yeah, but been loving it ever since.
Did they clue you in that 98% of the team is from Canada?
Yeah, I did. I did know that, and like just knowing like because I play in like a similar league with all these guys back home. We all play in British Columbia, so I knew of them, and I knew that Drury was a very popular team in the KI. So yeah.
6 goals, 5 assists. You got a couple of power play goals, and so I hope you keep it going. At the end of interviews, I wish players more goals. So let's get some more, and then the next time we talk, we'll talk about these and maybe a great celly you might have had.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Hey, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Lucas Ravenstein joining us. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Trilakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Trilakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Trilakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Trilakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Trilakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
We are back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is a 1-0 lead for the Drury Panthers. The only goal, Grady Sterling Ponnick, his 3rd of the season, along with Jamison St. Clair getting his 5th assist of the season at .246, and that's where we stand right now. Maryville has made their way out onto the ice, so has Drury, and in moments we'll be able to get period number 2 underway. Well, Stan, it's been a rivalry situation this weekend. Also, we mentioned it yesterday as the LA Kings and the Anaheim Ducks in a rivalry situation. They play game 2 in Anaheim tonight between those two teams.
Yeah, they call that the not the Turnpike Series, the Freeway Series. Yeah. Yep. In LA, it's freeways big time.
Oh, yes. No turnpikes.
Yeah.
Unless you're in New York. Although, did you see the letter that the New York Rangers put out basically saying that they're rebuilding this season?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They said,
no.
yeah.
Madison Square Garden?
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Chris
That's
Drury.
the oldest arena in the NHL, for sure.
And what I mean by rebuilding is they're rebuilding the team, not the arena.
Oh, the team. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Period number 2 is underway as we get going. Missouri State skating from the right to the left, and Maryville from the left to the right. Quickly, the puck gets sent into the Panther zone. We get a icing call, so we'll have a face-off. On the opposite side of the rink, the long change, as they call it. Just 11 seconds in. Missouri State comes in with a record of 18-1. Missouri State. Drury comes in with a record of 18-1. And in 4 years, the team has only 4 years, 2 years. Stan, you want to take over for me? In 2 years.
You're right. These games do run together, Steve.
They do. So let's start this. Let's start this all over again.
There you go.
So Drury, in 2 seasons, has only lost 4 games.
And that, believe me, is very, very impressive. Because in ACHA Division I, it is one competitive group of hockey clubs.
Panthers have it across the line. They'll work it in as the goaltender, Lucas Bain, sends it off into the corner. Flipped over to the far side. Worked up the middle now. Tipped away, and the Saints will have it. They'll bring it across the line. Maryville coming in at 11-9-1, but 10-6 in the ACHA. Again, they played NCAA Division I teams. Of course, that's their goal here in the next couple of years. Now the Panthers with KT Walters, the captain, has it, a backhander in front, and a save by Bain. He'll hold on. 18:54 to go in the period. Shots now 7-5. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Bain. His left, right as you look at it. Daniel Beaupre is ready for the face-off for the Panthers. And they do win the draw again. Sent by Francis Young-Menard down low, but it's intercepted, taken away by the Saints, and they'll bring it off the boards and send it all the way down in. Flipped back behind by Chad McElwain. Panthers in their own zone. They get it away. Young-Menard, he tussles with McElwain. And now here comes Kosick. He tried to get it through. Beaupre gets upended. His pass is a bad one. It goes right out in front. Maryville had possession. Here come the Panthers and Johnston. He'll give it to Garcha. Garcha will send it down in. He'll chase it all the way back behind the net. Big hit applied as the Panthers all of a sudden have picked it up. They'll send it back down into the Panther zone. Will the Maryville Saints. Taken off the stick of Colt McLeod and chipped down in by Johnston. 17:45 to go in the period. Here's Ravenstein. Off the glass, sent down in. And gloved by McLeod. Colton McLeod, 1 goal this season against Missouri State, January 9th. That's his only tally this season. Out of Whistler, British Columbia. $17:28 to go in the period. Shots now 7-6 in they favor the Drury Panthers. Oryachka comes in for Drury. It's Max Wagner for Maryville. And we get the draw. Panthers do control. Brewer sends it all the way around. Ravenstein to chase. He lets it go. Jamison is there. Puck taken away. Davidson. Panthers bring it all in. And there's I thought there was maybe a broken stick, but apparently not. The play continues. Drive comes in by Ravenstein. Save in front by Bain. Rebound out in front. Bain with another save. Panthers are able to keep it in play. But now it's the Saints with it. Maryville, here's a lead pass. Across the line, drive comes in. Oh, what a save. Jack Henderson had a fantastic opportunity, and Kuchaslo, just easily enough, is able to steer it aside.
Definitely one of the Saints' best opportunities to score on Drury tonight.
Maryville with possession. Drury with a line change. 16:30 to go in the period. Puck driven in, and we get an icing call here. 16:28 to go in the period. Stan, it's gotten colder in here, I believe.
Now that temperature outside's going down, so that might have an effect on the inside too.
I have not paid attention to the weather, although it's 18 degrees as Scott shows up there for us.
Yep.
Crazy, feels like 3, no wonder why.
We were talking a little bit earlier about how the Arctic Edge Ice Arena in Oklahoma City is easily the coldest rink in the WCHL, the league that the Ice Bears play in. When it's cold outside, you see your breath, and when you walk in the arena and watch the game, you're still seeing your breath. So that is cold.
Well, I'm arguing that I'm starting to see my breath here, or at least it feels like it. And I have a heated jacket on, Stan, and I'm still complaining.
Yeah, we need to move one of those heat lamps over the grandstand area up into our booth here, Steve.
Absolutely. That'll give it not only light, that'll give us some heat.
Yeah.
Here's Grady Sterling-Ponnock, the only goal scorer for the Panthers. Puck tipped all the way down in, and it'll be stopped by the goaltender Bain. Panthers look for possession along the wall. And they steal, drive in, pad save on the shot by KT Walters. Now they look for a scramble in the corner. And it's Maryville. They come out 3-on-2. Looking for a centering pass. Good play by Sadownik as he's able to get everybody away from the puck there. Now to the near side boards. Taken by McLean. A drive that comes in, missing wide after the opportunity for, let's see who that is on the line. I believe that might be Sidney McNeil, 48. Now here comes Walters. He'll drive it in. Panthers with a line change. 15 minutes to go in the period. 1-0 Drury. Grady Sterling-Ponick his third early on in the contest, and that's all the scoring thus far. Kosick back around the net. Panthers play catch, goes away from Gale. Sent down in. Working his way through, getting a potential penalty here on a slashing call as Jamison McClare and St. Clair will get called for slashing, I believe. As the play coming out of the zone gets called right there. Oh, yeah, that's more than a slash. I don't know why St. Clair is arguing. Definitely a slash there.
We talked about this in the first power play opportunity for Maryville, Steve, and Drury's penalty kill, how impressive it was. And boy, they did a great job killing that first penalty they had. And we'll see how this second one goes.
14:35 remaining in the period. It's a power play, the second for the Saints. The Saints on the power play, believe it or not, 32.8%. They've scored 22 of 67 chances. So they do have a good power play. Ravenstein almost broke it up, taken by McLean. He'll drop it down low, or make that up high now. As it came to McLean down low. Now working through is Biondo. A drive comes in. Brewer tips it up as the drive in front by Ursulak gets sent through. Now again, an opportunity for Henderson. It comes in. It's blocked in front. Taken away by McLean. Kept up with 1:18 to go on the power play. Saved by Kuchaslo, and the puck deflects up over the net. He made the save. It went behind him and up over the net. Play continues. Still a 1-0 game. Here's a drive in. Kuchaslo with a blocker save on Ursulak. Up top again. Down past Ravenstein. Hits the back of McElwain. He'll try to play it. Work down in low. McLean, Campbell McLean. And the puck is taken away and cleared. 44 seconds remaining. Lead pass, Panthers break it up. Aston does. It was intended in front for Will Smith. Shots 9-8 in favor of Maryville now. Puck goes down past Sadownik. Worked over to the near side boards, taken by Edwards. Sterling-Ponick is there to push it through. Helping out from behind is Smith for Maryville. Also in there is Chesney. Now coming in is Sadownik for the Panthers. Horiachka tries to move it through. Power play now with 3. Here's a drive that's deflected, hit the post, and the rebound is taken away by the Panthers. Power play is expired. Here comes Sterling-Ponick across the line. We get an offside, and the Panthers dodged a bullet there. The drive that came in was deflected up, and it actually went off the goaltender, Kuchaslo, and hit the top where the post and the crossbar meet and deflected right out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that thing hit the post after the goalie took a shot at it and stopping it, and boy, impressive penalty kill again by the Drury Panthers with a little help from the hockey gods on that last shot.
Oh, sorry, Stan, right out in front. Turcotte had it. Backhander went wide. So the Panthers thwart another one. They bring it across the line now, working it into Matthew Johnston. Johnston lets it go, sent over to the far side. Sterling-Ponick keeps it in after avoiding a check. Puck deflects off of a skate, sent right back in, and losing a stick and going to the bench was Colton McLeod. The official picks it up, says take it, and they do. with 11:45 to go in the period. 1-0 Drury. Goal came back in the first period at 2:46. Grady Sterling Ponnick's third. Puck sent down in low. Kuchaslo. Drive comes in. Kuchaslo makes the save. The rebound. They bank it off, but the net was dislodged. The net was dislodged. The officials will still call it a goal. And there's probably going to be an argument here because the net had been dislodged. They've forever called a play dead when a net gets dislodged. And now the officials will let it go. And so there is an argument here.
Yeah, it was so close.
The officials
Steve,
are talking it over.
Yeah, it was hard for me to tell if the net actually got dislodged before.
It was dislodged
the puck slipped
before.
under the Drury goalie.
It was dislodged before. That we do know. I watched it get dislodged. And so from the angle where he took the shot, my contention is if the net had not been dislodged, it would not have scored because it would hit the side of the net.
Have we got the replays?
Well, unfortunately, our replay is not happy again.
The referees have indicated no goal due to goaltender interference.
They did pick it up.
Now they're calling it because of goaltender interference.
Oh.
Not because the net was dislodged. I know we're having our replay is a little cold there, Scott. Any chance we can take a look at that one again? Yeah, it's not happy.
Maryville pleaded their case the best they could, and the referees are standing by the goaltender interference call.
Well, our replay says, hey, you heard the call, so we don't
Yeah.
need to show it again, apparently. But I will admit I did not see any potential goaltender interference unless they're saying that the net was dislodged because of the goaltender interference.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
that's very possible.
And the only reason I'm saying that is our angle right here, up in the booth, is right near the goal line. And so we are able to see it, and I was able to see that the net was dislodged prior to the goal. You can argue that they have allowed continuation plays, but not recently here in situations like that. But now again, it was announced no goal due to goaltender interference, but I have to believe that maybe it's due to the net being dislodged. Either way, it's now a 1-0 lead for Drury again. Puck is sent down. Brewer is able to move it to Davidson. Now sent behind the net. Battle for there. Potentially Brewer, or make that Horiachka. I guess he didn't get called. Or did he get called? Yes, he did. Checking from behind McLeod. So a power play again will go to the Maryville Saints. It's a cross check.
Well, this is a situation, Steve, where you do too many penalties, take too many penalties, and sooner or later the payment is going to come in or come due, and Maryville gets its third opportunity on the power play. Drury penalty kill unit is going to have to be impressive again as they were the first two penalty kill efforts.
Chance to tie the game for Maryville. They get a second consecutive penalty. In fact, they've taken all the penalties. They score here. Left side drive. It goes off of the glove of the goaltender. Kuchaslo hits the crossbar and goes in. This is Sam Edwards' goal. Edwards will get goal number 7. And it's a power play.
You just can't tempt fate too many times, and finally Drury paid the price for that third penalty and placing Maryville at that power play advantage again. Back to even up, and the battle is still on.
Maryville goal, a power play goal, scored by number 86, Sam Edwards, assisted by number 48, Sidney McNeil, and number 16, Maxwell Wagner. Time of the goal, 9:14. Maryville power play goal from Edwards, assisted by McNeil and Wagner at 9:14.
So it's a 1-1 game. Maryville with it again. This time a drive comes in by McLean. And I think we're going to get penalties here. Aston dumps Smith. And all of a sudden, things starting to deteriorate for Drury. Second, make that third actually consecutive penalty. Four penalties, 8 minutes to the Panthers. As into the box is Aston.
Number 18, Luke Aston, 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of the penalty, 9:54. Aston, 2-minute minor for roughing at 9:54.
The Panthers have to kill it off again. And as you said, Stan, they were successful early on, but now all of a sudden, Maryville with some life here. It's a 1-1 game. 1:33 remaining in the power play. Drop to the half boards to St. Clair. He keeps it going, but instead it's dug out, taken by Chesney. He gets dumped. Panthers are able to clear, and they will get it out. 1:15 remains in a 1-1 contest. Panthers change up. Oh, nice pocket pick by St. Clair. Horiatska. He'll send it in. Turned around now. Here come Maryville. Fresh off the bench is Biondo with a drive in, and he'll instead shovel it over to Jack Henderson. It goes wide on the shot. Henderson again elects to go low. Henderson lets it go up to Biondo. He'll work it through. Blocked in front. Panthers still can't clear. Sterling Ponick off the glass, and he gets it down. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Ten seconds now. Saints not able to get it in. Panthers are able to clear this time. 5 seconds remaining in a 1-1 game. Oh, here's a pass. Lead out in front. Fanning on the shot was McElwain. He had a great chance in front. He looked up for a moment, fanned on it, and the power play is expired. Puck worked down in low. Sadownik is there. Checked off the play by McLeod. Now they still work it. McLeod digs it out, gets it through. Turcotte up top. Turcotte again with it left side. Up top again, and a shot that's blocked. Came off the attempt by Corpse. He instead goes over to the right side, fanned on it again. Corpse gets it again. Drive comes in, tip safe, rebound, and Kachaslo gets run into. And we'll see what happens here. I don't think they'll call anything.
Yeah, he was knocked back by his own player, but the Maryville players might have started the
We'll see how that, yeah.
activities.
A couple of players in there on that. I want to say hi to Chuck Kraus. I know that he's watching, of course, with the Maryville broadcast crew. Good to see you, Chuck. It's been a while. He and I have done several of the Nationals games. We did some of the women's games up there in Maryville. I think we did a couple of men's games too, but always a fun time with Chuck. Here off the draw, drive comes in by DeBray. It's deflected behind the net. The Panthers will work it. Oriachka can't get it to the half boards. Pass right out in front. Shot by Turcotte misses. Now it's cleared out with 7 minutes to go. Corpse back in his own zone. Panthers are able to steal and shovel it in with now 6:50 to go in the period. Play at center. Driven in. And it'll be taken by the Panthers, Francis Young-Menard. Young-Menard this season, no points last game, and no points in a couple for him. Last assist was December 5th against Missouri State. Now down to 6:20. Here's Ravenstein. Oh, falling down is Brewer, and Brewer is able to get up and move it over to Ravenstein, and the Panthers get it out to center. Here's a 3-on-3 into the zone for Maryville. Drive comes in right up the middle, and a big save as Henderson got the shot, and Kuchaslo is able to stop that one. Missouri State stand giving some breaks now to Maryville. .556 to go. And the shot total has changed. Missouri State has only managed 3 shots in the past 6 minutes. Did I say Missouri State again?
Yes, sir.
I mean Drury.
It's that M on the front of the Maryville jersey.
Well, no, it's your jacket. Can I say that?
There you go. That's right.
Hey, you're wearing a Missouri State jacket. No, I meant Drury has only put 3 shots on.
You're thinking home team, Steve. We got 2 of them here at the
there is
Brightspeed
2.
Ice Park.
You got to keep that separate. Like the song says, keep them separated. Puck is out to center, and it's chased by O'Rourke, even though it says right on my list here, Drury. Old habits die hard.
Yes, sir.
So Panthers back of their own zone. Sterling Ponick, the only goal scorer for Drury. The only goal scorer for Maryville is Edwards, his 7th. Sterling Ponick got his first, or make that his 3rd of the season.
Hey, Steve, you could be looking behind the Drury bench and see Cliff and Jeremy back there as the coaches and think, oh, it's still Missouri State. Wait a minute, now they're at Drury.
Oh, it all intertwines, all that.
Right.
Several players have now switched teams and all of that kind of stuff. In fact, there is a player not in the lineup tonight on Drury, or on Maryville, Josh Olson, that used to play for Missouri State. So it's all intertwined.
Yes, sir.
Puck taken by Kosek. He's able to nicely step in front of Sam Edwards. Puck comes right in. It's a loose one. Panthers do finally clear it as it was sitting right on the crease, and Campbell McLean not able to get to it. Here come the Saints. Getting knocked down was McLeod, and the puck is cleared out to center. We get a whistle, stoppage and play, played with a high stick, I believe. 3:48 to go in this period. Coming up, second period intermission. Nolan Boucher will be our guest. I know, Stan, you're used to being just right over this wall in the
there you go.
in the balcony.
That's right.
So big difference being in the broadcast booth tonight.
Yes, it is.
3:39 to go. Kosek. They'll flip it off, or Kuchaslo, that is, will flip it off and get it out to center. Now to Ravenstein across the line. Panthers have it. Here's a drive that comes in and gobbled up by Bain as Joe Davidson with the shot. There is the first shot for Drury in a while. At least shot on goal, that is. Face off in just a moment to the right of the goaltender Bain. Lucas Bain, 6-2 on the season, 1.50 goals against average, a .937 save percentage out of London, Ontario, Canada. Last game was a win, 3-1 over Missouri State, January 10th. Stopped 19 of 20 shots. Big hit at center. Devin Jamieson gets up. Puck sent back down to the Panthers zone. 2:56 remaining. Oryachka sends it all the way down, no icing. Got across the line in time. Panthers with a change. Only forechecker is Davidson is doing some hitting now. Now Sterling Ponick. Left side. Cross to Truchon. Bouncing puck comes right through. Aston not able to grab. Now Henderson. Now spin it out of harm's way for Maryville. Puck dropped down. And the Saints across the line into the zone. Backhander. It gets deflected away after Henderson got the shot, that is. And it's sent all the way down into the Maryville zone. Returned right out. Sadownik. Now to Walters. KT this season, 10 goals, 16 assists, 26 points for him. One power play goal for Walters. Now racing back for the Panthers is Kosek. Young Menard to Truchon off his right wing. Here is a drive that comes in by Walters after the Panthers get back on side. Puck is chipped down into the Drury zone. More changing as both teams get things settled up. Here comes Kosek now with 1:15 remaining in the period. Here racing in, stopping up and trying to get a shot was Edwards. The rebound is deflected away as the Panthers are able to grab it. Less than a minute to go. Here's Beaupre across the line. Backhander through, nothing doing there. Getting upended was Garcha. We come the other way for Maryville. Saints drive it in. One-handing it through is Smith trying to get it. It'll go to the far side. Panthers will work the puck. Ravenstein avoids a check. Comes out to Garcha, right side. Garcha with 30 seconds, and we get an offside, apparently. That'll bring it outside the zone in the center ice neutral zone area, right in front of the Drury bench. .15 to go in the period. Now 19 seconds. I don't know what I said, Stan. I think I said 11:15. That is not correct. That's the shots, 11 to 15. But now 10 seconds remaining. Buxton down, Ursulak to chase. 5 seconds to go. 1 second, and that'll do it. So we end the second period, much like we started the game, tied, except this time it's a 1-1 game.
At the 5:25 mark, Drury penalty to number 7, Jamison St. Clair, 2-minute minor for slashing. Drury penalty at 9:02, 2-minute minor for cross-checking to number 14, Tyson Horiachka. Maryville goal, a power play goal at 9:14, scored by number 86, Sam Edwards, assisted by number 48, Sidney McNeil, and number 16, Maxwell Wagner. And Drury penalty at 9:54, a 2-minute minor for roughing to number 18, Luke Aston.
That's a recap of the scoreboard, thanks to Kevin Klein. But if you look at the penalties, 4 minutes, or make that 8 minutes, 4 penalties for the Panthers, nothing for the Saints. They have not been called yet. Power plays, though, the Saints are 1 for 4. The power play goal by Edwards, his 7th. And then, of course, the Grady Sterling-Ponick goal at 2:46 early on in the first. That's been it, scoring-wise. Shots, low total of shots, where just 5 on Bain, 2-period total of 11. And 11 on Kuchaslo, 2-period total of 15. 1-1, featuring Panthers number 5, Saints number 6 in Division I play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be Nolan Bosher. He will be our intermission guest. We'll do that in mere moments. But 2 periods in the books, tied 1-1.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be with them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson now with Nolan Bosher of the Drury University Panthers. 3 goals, 3 assists on the season in 15 games out of Langley, British Columbia, Canada. So you're kind of one of those sleeper guys. You get in, you've got some points, you've got some goals, but do you feel like you can do more with this club?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, early was just getting my feet wet, but I think I can take a big step now, and I think I need to start producing a bit more, and I'm going to put my full effort in to try and help the team as much as I can in that way.
Coach gets you in there and he expects points. You do produce your points, but is the key now to get a little bit more of a standard scenario for you?
Yeah, I just want to contribute to the lineup any way I can every night, depending on what that is, either making a few hits or getting a couple points if we need them. And I just want to be what the team needs, that little extra piece.
Now this team, 18-1, does the record, when I say does the record mean anything, I'm sure it does to a point, because that first loss, however it happened, of course it happened to Ohio during the Ohio Classic, but regardless, is the pressure off now? Is it more about just playing a good game, a complete game, having the wins come, or does the team feel differently at all?
Obviously you don't want to lose any games, but losing that first one to Ohio was hard because that would have been a big win for us due to like the rankings and stuff. But obviously we don't want to lose, but we're just going to go put our best foot forward every game. And if the results aren't there, they're not there. But we just got to make sure we're working.
What's one thing that is kind of, well, we'll do it 2 ways. One that's really impressed you about the club, and maybe one thing that's happened that you didn't expect to happen.
The one thing that's really impressed me is just like the depth of the team and just like how all the guys can produce and how everyone can play in any spot on this team. I wouldn't say too much has surprised me. I think everything's been pretty straightforward. Nothing too surprising there.
So straightforward as far as having winning streaks and only one loss. You expected that?
I wouldn't say maybe one loss. There have been some good teams, especially in Chicago. We did really, really well, which I expected. Maybe I didn't expect us to blow a team like Jamestown out so much, but we're a good team, and when we play well, we can make wins like that.
Nolan Bosher is joining us of the Drury Panthers out of Langley, British Columbia, Canada. So for those of us who are geographically challenged, where is Langley? The only relation I know is Vancouver. So where is Langley?
Yeah, Langley's like 45 minutes outside Vancouver. It's just kind of a suburb town of Vancouver. We got a couple out there, and it's a pretty big population, but yeah, obviously it gets overshadowed a bit by Vancouver, but it's not too far from there. It's quite west.
Kind of like driving in LA. You go 45 minutes. You actually have to go 3 hours to get outside of the city of LA. So still, I would assume a lot of concrete there. Or what was it like growing up in Langley?
Oh, it was nice. Obviously, every time I go back now, I'm kind of shocked, especially driving in the one area called Willoughby. You come here for a couple months, go home, and there's about 10 new apartment buildings, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize this place was growing so much. I guess they ran out of room in Vancouver, and they had to come a little bit out of there to Langley there.
Now, was Langley one of those, and I used the term sleeper, so was Langley one of those sleeper towns where it was a cool place to be, maybe a cool place to play hockey, and now all of a sudden everyone's discovering it?
Yeah, obviously, I really enjoyed my time in Langley. I think it's a great place. It's a great place to grow up. It's a lot of good people there. Great neighborhoods. I've loved my neighborhood growing up there. Got a lot of good neighbors and stuff. The hockey there is great. They got a great minor hockey program. Although I don't know what it's like now because I don't think a lot of people play minor hockey anymore. But yeah.
Now, what's it like in terms of when you played there versus, let's say, here in the United States? What are there any nuances, any differences?
I wouldn't say any differences really. I haven't watched much like minor hockey here or anything, but it all kind of seems like it'd be the same kind of idea.
Nolan Bosher is joining us of the Drury Panthers. Now, what do you want to be when you grow up? I know you're listed as a freshman, so you have a little bit of time, but have you thought about it?
I have a little bit. I've always thought about maybe having my own business or kind of being higher up, like a president in a big business, kind of work my way up there. Or I've also had thoughts about maybe pursuing law school after and doing something as a lawyer.
Now, the interesting thing, you talk about wanting to be maybe the president or CEO of a company. Well, don't be like me. I thought I could do that right off the bat, and I didn't like to sweep floors. So you realize, figuratively, you're going to have to do that before you get going, unless you own your own business.
Yeah, I do realize, but I feel like hockey's brought a good side of that where it kind of just teaches you got to grind your way up. So I'll be prepared in that kind of aspect of the business world.
Now, what about siblings?
I got one sister. She currently does kind of something in business. She's a project coordinator for a pretty big company, and she's liking it. She's kind of at the bottom right now, but she's definitely trying her hardest to work her way up. She's still young, but I could see her being really successful in that company in the future.
Do you think you might feed off of what she's going through?
I thought about it. I might, because my dad is the vice president for the company, so my whole family's kind of in there, so maybe I'll get in there.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah, you'll do that.
Yeah.
Nolan Bosher is joining us of the Drury Panthers. Now, Langley, Vancouver Canucks. Are they your favorite hockey team?
Huge Canucks fan, yeah. I've always kind of been. I'm also a big fan of the Blackhawks. I liked Taves and Kane growing up. I watched a lot of them. Kind of they're my role models in hockey growing up. But yeah, I've always been a Vancouver fan. Got my heart broken. But this year I'm really rooting for the Tank, and I don't mind the losing streak they're on right now.
Yeah, a lot of people. that's, it's tough to say, hey, I would love my team to lose so I can get a good player in the draft. But, come on, wouldn't maybe potential for a Stanley Cup be a better thought?
Yeah, a Stanley Cup would be the ideal goal, but Vancouver just doesn't have the team for that right now. They're
Sure.
young, and I think if they could put another generational piece in their time, they can be a good team in 5 years that maybe can win a Stanley Cup.
Nolan Bosher is joining us of the Panthers. Okay, who is your favorite NHL player then?
My favorite NHL player was Quinn Hughes, but sadly we traded him. But over the break, I got to go to a few Canucks games, and I really liked Zeev Boyum, defenseman that we picked up for Quinn Hughes.
Now, you're allowed to have your favorite player and move on and still follow him, but are you a true fan where he has to play for your team?
Yeah, usually I am, but obviously some players still, like Quinn Hughes, yeah, you obviously cheer that he's successful except for when he's playing against the Canucks, but yeah, I still follow him during his career, and I still follow guys like Kane, and when I went to Nashville over Thanksgiving there, I got to go to a Jets game, and I got to see Taves play again, which was really sweet. It made me feel like I was a little kid again, going to a Blackhawks game and watching Taves.
Yeah, he just set a record, I think, what, his 500th?
Yeah, Kane did. Yeah, he got his 500th goal. Yeah, that was pretty cool for him.
Now, is there a player that maybe you model your game after?
No, not too much. I know when I was, like, a couple years ago when JT Miller was on the Canucks, I tried to play like him a bit, like just hard, greasy, like disturb other people, like never give anyone an easy night kind of thing.
Are there any goals, and it could be from this season or seasons past, teams past, that you'll always remember?
Yeah, there's actually one from this season. It was actually happened to be my first goal, and it was played with a pretty heavy heart that night. One of my coaches from junior ended up tragically passing away this year, and it was on the night back home where they honored him, and then I just ended up getting my first college goal that night, so I'll always really remember that one.
Now, did you know before you started your game, or?
Yes, I did. It happened a couple weeks prior.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah, it was tough. Found out in school. Obviously had to leave class a bit. Call a couple guys back home. Yeah, it was pretty tragic what happened down there.
So, of course, that goal dedicated to him?
Yeah, of course. Pointed for him. I think he got that one for me.
Are there anything that maybe you've experienced here, or is there anything, is the proper way to say it, that you've experienced here in the Springfield area that, whether or not it's not in Canada, it's something that you look and you say, wow, that's interesting. I can't believe that's here.
No, not too much. It's not. I wouldn't say it's too much different. Well, I mean, maybe before there was a whole Amish game out there, and there were like a bunch of them playing, and I thought it was really cool. They were playing out there with no gear, and they were like hitting each other with pucks, and it's just nothing I've really ever seen in Canada. Yeah.
That's interesting. I know that they come here and they'll skate around, but I didn't know they had a full-on game.
Yeah, they had a full-on game. There's probably 30 people out there, and they were just all playing their hearts out.
Oh, that's very interesting. When you get ready for a game, is there any kind of ritual or anything that you do before you get ready?
Not too much. You know, obviously just put my headphones on, kind of go in my own world, my own thoughts, joke around with a couple of guys. Go out, kick the soccer ball around, but I'm not too particular on that. I try not to be. I think it affects me too much if I don't do a certain thing.
Nolan Bosher joining us of the Drury Panthers. At the end of interviews, I wish players more goals. I know you have 3. You probably want more, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you more, and the next time we talk, we'll talk about those goals again.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much for doing this. That is Nolan Bosher of the Drury Panthers. We'll take a break. Hockey. More of it coming up.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is a 1-1 game, Drury and Maryville. Well, if you look at the makeup of this hockey club, or for actually both hockey clubs, we'll take a look at the Canadian players that are on these clubs. Drury, with 24 of 26 players from Canada. The only ones that are not, Jackson Truchon, he's from Farming Hills, Michigan. And Jameson St. Clair, he's from Atkin, Minnesota. Everybody else from Canada. For Maryville, 23 of 30 are all from Canada. Vito Biondo, he's from St. Louis. Braden Dewey, who was scratched tonight, he's from St. Louis. James Vermeech, also from St. Louis. Max Wagner, yep, St. Louis. From Roseville, California, Connor O'Keefe, who's scratched. Buffalo, New York, Luke McLeod. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Colt Corpse. Elgin, Illinois, Ethan Chesney. All from the United States. And that is a lot of players, though, that are from the Great White North. Stan, we just talked about the Canadian players, and you know, it used to be a pipeline, and of course head coach Jeremy Law.
Oh, absolutely.
He is from Canada, and Penticton is where he's from. Of course, his dad is coach. Big pipeline through there.
Yes, sir. One of the top juniors teams in Canada. I think his dad's coached for years and years and years.
Well, we'll see what happens here as we get ready to start period number 3. Again, we are tied 1-1, and the only goals here tonight are from Grady Sterling-Ponick, his third, and for the Maryville Saints on the power play, it is Edwards getting his 7th. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see who bites first. Here come the Panthers and Truchon. Get it to Walters up top. Panthers work it now across the line. A drive in by Sedownik. Save, rebound loose. Truchon can't find, but it's taken away by Max Wagner. And we get upended is Aston. Now, are we going to get a penalty on this? The officials tell everyone to play, so we'll keep playing on.
Talking about a lot of the guys being from Canada on both teams, Steve. Jeremy, when he coached for us at Missouri State, he was always fond of saying the male children, nowadays a lot of the female children are all not born with shoes on, they're born with skates on. It is part of the culture big time in Canada.
Absolutely. 19 minutes to go in period number 3. Interesting if this game ends on a tie. We will go to a shootout, but if it does end in regulation, it's technically a tie according to the ACHA and its rankings period. 8:38 to go in the period. Here come the Panthers. They'll bring it out down to Matthew Johnston, who will send it in. Chasing it into the corner. It's cleared back out, though, and taken away by Edwards, who will clear it out to center ice. Driven right back in off of the stick of Sidney McNeil. And he'll give it over to Adams, who will help it out to center ice. Been relatively a quick game. Puck is tipped down in, no icing. But we're not finished. Breakfast with us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. It'll be Division 3 and Drury, along with Division 3 Maryville. And then these same two teams tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. right here on WSR. Driven across the line, Ramesh. And we get a whistle, stoppage and play here. 17:31 to go. Mentioned James Vermeesh, assists against Missouri State on January 10th. That was his last point, and then his last goal was against Illinois State back on September 27th. It's been a while for him since he's tallied on the board. 17:31 to go in the period. Shots now 16-11 in favor. It's the cold, Stan. It's got to be the cold affecting.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at numbers and saying numbers that don't exist. Here's a drive in. Kuchaslo on the save. On the shot by Hunter Flores. Puck taken by the Panthers. They'll move it out to center. Racing his way through is St. Clair. Looking for some help in front to Gale. It does get there, but Gale overruns it. Puck is taken away, cleared by Easton DeBray. He'll send it out to center. That's as far as it goes. Puck along the line, sent in by McLeod. Driven back down. The Panthers, Sadownik is there. Lucas gets pulled off the play. Sadownik this year, this season that is, he has a 2-game assist streak. Now puck comes in. Kuchaslo makes the save on the drive by Walker. And we get the puck whistled for a stoppage with 16:31 to go in the period. Logan Walker a goal and 2 assists, playing now in his 9th game. Face off the right of Kuchaslo. Back behind the net. Francis Young-Menard, he's able to move it. Driven back down. Worked up the middle. It gets poked away off the stick of Henderson. Now he'll have it. He'll race it with authority down across the line into the Panthers zone. 16:03 to go in this period as the Panthers have only put Stan 5 shots since they had a 6-3 shot advantage. They've only had 5 shots on net. It's been about a period. At least the 20 minutes that they have put those shots on. So not many shots for the Panthers right now.
Yeah, the Maryville defense is stepping up for sure after the early point in the game.
Johnston overruns. Puck taken by Will Smith. 3 goals, 8 assists for Smith this season, along with a power play tally. Driven down where Lucas Ravenstein is able to move it through. Now Ravenstein still on his man. Now 4 players battle in the corner. Behind the net, looking for a centering pass. A bouncing puck. The Panthers are able to get it out to center. On his knee, one of them was Johnston. Now we return the other way, taken by McLean. Looking for a wraparound, doesn't happen. McLean centering pass, has some room in front, goes off with the stick of McNeil, and the puck is sent down for an icing call. 14:44 to go in the period, Stan.
Steve, looking around at the crowd tonight, really great to see a lot of great hockey fans in Springfield out to the game tonight for some Saturday night top quality ACHA hockey. Number 5 and number 6 going at it, and there are 82 teams in Division 1 in ACHA, so very impressive showing this season by these 2 teams.
Panthers have it. Are they able to clear? They do get it at least to the line. I think somebody found out that there's a number 5 and number 6 team in the nation playing each other Fans have slowly trickled into this game. It's almost like you're watching a Missouri State game. It's
yes, sir.
A lot of fans here.
We've got a pretty good group around the bottom general admission area. Probably about 70, 80 folks out there too.
14, no, not 70 or 80. It's 152. Come on, Stan. A lot of people are out there. Yeah, it's like the old joke with the fire marshal.
I was doing a little counting, so.
Oh, there you go.
So.
It's like the joke with the fire marshal. Don't let them know there's over 1,200 people here.
That's right. That's right.
Drive missing wide by Sedownik. Kept in, though. The Panthers with some pressure here. They'll roll it back behind the net. Davidson is there. It's pushed off. Gets away from Vermeesh. And grabbed by Corpse, but not cleared. Taken by DeBray. Now Horiachka comes in to put a check on, and the puck is cleared out to center. Panthers immediately shoot it right back in. Full seal change for everybody. Panthers do intercept the puck. They bring it across the line. It is sent wide by O'Rourke. Rebound out in front. It's blocked. Inadvertently, it hits Adams. He is having a hard time. Or is that McElwain? It is. Now sliding through the crease is Bosher. Nothing doing there. And then it's taken away by DeBray. Can he clear? No. O'Rourke does. Hits a skate. Held in on the line by Young Menard. Now to St. Clair. Works it around. Intercepted, though. Taken away by Ursulak. They'll swing it all the way around. The Panthers keep it in. They drop it down in low. Working this time for Jamison St. Clair. Gets it over to Young Menard. Blocker save. Bouncing puck. St. Clair, he gets hacked. St. Clair still with it. Sends it up right out in front. And a drive by O'Rourke steered aside by the goaltender, Lucas Bain. Sent over to the far side. Panthers all of a sudden, they must have heard us, Stan. They're putting on the pressure.
That's right. Correct.
Here for the Panthers is KT Walters. He'll rim it in all the way around. Drury will take a line change. Oh, underneath the stick of Aston, he could have kept it in, and it would have been a great chance for Drury. They have to go back into their own zone to set things up now with 12 minutes to go in the period in a 1-1 contest. Goals by Grady Sterling-Ponick, his third, and Sam Edwards, his seventh on the power play for Maryville. Drive blockered into the corner once again by the goaltender Kuchaslo. Kept in. Good play. Now working it is Adams. He gets a drive off and a toe save by Kuchaslo. Puck comes out to center. Bouncing one at the line. Trying to work through it is Truchon. And now Drury is able to clear, but nobody there as the puck is sent in by McNeil. 4 goals, 8 assists for Sidney McNeil. 11-12 to go in the period. Shots 18-12. Still favors Maryville. Down to 11:04 in a 1-1 game. And this is kind of what you would expect between these two teams. Oh, puck comes in. That could have been too many men. But the Panthers were actually going on the bench. They had the back to the play. So initially Maryville called for that, but it does not happen. Big check there by Sedownik. Taken by Corpse. He'll send it in. Gets tipped off the stick of Will Smith. Then all the way down. Panthers have it on the far side. Working his way through is Johnston. Garcha waiting for the pass. Didn't get to him. Backhander comes behind the net. Drury with possession. They do flip it out. Get it all the way down. Racing is Garcha. He looked to get position. Garcha steps in front of DeBray. Tipped out. And here's Garcha. I'll send it back in. He gets hit up high by McLean. Now drop down in low. 9:55 to go in a 1-1 game between the number 5 Drury and the number 6 Maryville. Here's Corpse. He'll swing it out to center and drive it all the way down. Young Menard intercept for Drury. Puck tipped in the Maryville zone. Horiachka to chase. Also There is Vermeesh. Jameson with a big check. As Colton McLeod, that is, goes into the boards. Sent right back in, and 9:16 to go in this period. Oh, getting dumped down in front. That was Vermeesh. Puck is out to center and back down to the Panthers zone. Drury not able to get great possession of it. So to move to Ursulak. He'll send it in. Puck gets deflected up and out of play. 8:52 to go in the period. Some non-stop action now between these two teams.
Steve, we were talking about the GA area too, and that's where you get a close-up view of the game. You feel the game big time when these guys come slamming up against the boards, and you're right next to them. Also first row in the grandstand, that's next to the glass as well.
8:52 to go in the period.
Great sport to see live and in person for sure.
Absolutely. Stan, the very first time I ever saw a hockey game, it was on a black and white TV.
Oh my goodness, watched it on TV.
I watched it on a black and white TV.
Oh,
I was
man.
about 9 years old, had no idea what hockey was. I was moving through the channels because, of course, it was broadcast over the air UHF channels.
Now, are you talking in Southern California?
In Southern California.
Yep.
And they would always delay the Kings game, so they'd be on late at night. And so I was in bed, supposed to be in bed, according to my dad, and would flip through the little portable TV that I had. And one day I come across some guy named, who I knew later on to be Bob Miller.
Oh my God.
And he said, Kings hockey will be back in a moment. I had to look up the word hockey in the Encyclopedia Britannica. And that was my first foray into hockey.
All right, discovery for sure.
Absolutely. So the Panthers got close. A shot hit the side of Lucas Bain's helmet and stayed out. So they will come in again with 7:56 to go in the period. Walters brings it up top, and it goes off the stick of Sadownik, and the Panthers will have to set it up and shove it right back down in the zone. They race in, taken away by Adams. At the half boards, Truchon had it for a moment. Adams helps it out to center ice, and he'll get it across, and McLeod will send it in to do the honors. He'll come in and chase. Or is that Wagner? 16, I believe. He'll come in and chase. Panthers will bring it across the line. Truchon will have it. Looking out in front. Good defensive work by Henderson, because they were looking to feed Walters, and Henderson breaks up the pass. Now we come the other way for Corpse. Across the line, playing in his 5th game. He also is listed as a coach with the team. Puck is cleared out to center, and Corpse will send it up. Deflected away by Henderson with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd period in a 1-1 game. Drury has not scored since 2:46 of the 1st period. Maryville has not scored since 9:14 of the 2nd. Now Maryville did score a goal earlier, but they ruled that the net was dislodged. Puck is flipped up and into the ceiling, into the metal stanchions that hold the roof up here at Brightspeed Ice Park. 6:35 to go in the period. Missing wide by Young Menard, that is. And it's cleared out to center. Panthers starting to get a couple of chances here. Moving it into the zone a little bit easier than they were. .6:10 to go in the period. Dare I jinx it and say, do we go to overtime, Stan? Here across the line, Garcha now sends it in, tipped right out in front. What a save. And now we get the Panther that tipped that shot in front, slammed down in behind the net. We'll take a look at this one here if we can. Garcha goes wide. And just a nice play.
How great the replays have come back.
Yeah, they're a little warm. Although, Stan, I lost the power in my heated jacket. I'll have to charge it up for tomorrow. 5:50 to go in the period. And Drury starting to get the chances now. If you think tonight's game is a good one, just wait till tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. We'll have it for you right here on WSR. Far side, kept in by Jamison. They'll send it around behind the net. Adams is there. Sent all the way down. No icing there to claim it was tipped as it was sent down off the stick of McNeil. Maryville without Jackson Slotty tonight, Braden Dewey, Connor O'Keefe, Timon Prexler, Nathan White, Elwayne Poirier, all of them out of the lineup tonight. Now the Panthers. They send it in. Sedownik will rim it all the way around to the near side boards. In front is Corpse. He's pulled off the play. Maryville has possession. They'll bring it out to center. And stepping in front of them is Jamison St. Clair for Drury. He's able to break up the opportunity for the Saints. Here come the Panthers and St. Clair. He'll send it in all the way down. No icing. Oh, there is icing, and there was position by Bosher, but the officials call it icing.
You know, Steve, at this point in the game, that whether it was goalie interference or goal coming off the post, that is stands now as pretty critical, because if that would have been allowed, that would have been a 2-1 score, and as it stands now, tied up, and the battle is on.
Yeah, low scoring or low shots too in this hockey game. Just 19 for Drury, for Maryville, 14 for Drury. Here's Will Smith. He'll send it down. Looking for it is Francis Young-Menard. Cannot clear, though. Down to 3:54 remains. Puck driven in. Sedownik, he'll work with it and clear it up into the netting, though. 3:42 to go. I'm Steve Casson, along with Stan Melton. Scott Lutzke keeps us on the air from 2 hours away. Cal Bussin, he keeps great camera work going for us. And Gabby Marler, she is our on-site producer here. Yes, it takes two people to run this game. 3:36 to go. Sent down by McNeil. Worked behind the net. Taken away by Francis Young-Menard. 7 goals, 8 assists for him this season for the defenseman. Defensemen really jumping in this year for Drury with points. Several defensemen like Ravenstein, 6 goals, 5 assists with good points. Grady Sterling-Ponick now 3 goals and 14 assists. As the Panthers get an attempt here, that is deflected up and out of play with 3:06 to go.
Well, the fans may be getting an extra bonus for their ticket money tonight, Steve.
We talked about bonus hockey before. But down to 3:06 remaining. Stan, you break it down, you just got to get a goal.
That is exactly right. Yeah.
Walters wins it. Puck sent down in low, makes its way behind the net. Digging it out is Aston. Now the Young-Menard has some room. Poked off of his stick. Jackson Truchon tries to work it through. Truchon gets pulled off the play, and a good check by DeBray. Now forced from behind the net. Far side. Truchon digs it out. Comes up top. Young Menard gets it over. Beaupre in with a drive. Actually, no. Is that Russell Kosek? 9. That's 9. And it's steered aside by the goaltender Bain. Walters with it. Without a stick is DeBray. Advantage Panthers. Drop down in low to Truchon. Now out in front, a drive that's blocked. Menard with another drive. It's blocked on the guy that actually gave up his stick, which was Flores. Now he goes to the bench. Puck is cleared out to center ice. Panthers with 2:04 to go in the period. They'll send it in. They want to go for a line change. It's a delayed offside, so the Panthers cannot rush in. Puck is cleared out to center. Out in front, it'll be Kosek with it. 1:45 to go. Tied 1-1 here in period number 3. Intercepting it were the Panthers. They keep it in, does Drury. 1:21 to go. Left side. Drop down in low. Off the stick of the racing Davidson, or Johnston that is. He chases it. Gets it down to Beaupre. We are coming down to
1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute remaining.
Taken away by Ursulak. Cleared out to center. Panthers not able to get control. Down to 46 remaining. 1-1 game. Panthers will come back to their own zone. Racing in is Ravenstein on the dump in. Now it'll go to Horiachka. 26 remaining. Here is Devin Jamieson. He'll send it in. All the way around for Davidson. 17 to go. Panthers gain control with 12. They cough it up. One last chance for Maryville. No, they give up the puck too. Panthers bring it across with 3, and that should do it. We go to overtime. So officially, as far as the rankings go, this game is a tie. That's what the official rankings will recognize. But we'll see if we get a winner here. Shots on goal in the period. 4 on Bain. 5 on Kuchaslo. Power plays, the Panthers do not have any because the Saints have not taken any penalties. 4 power plays and 1 power play goal for the Saints.
We talked about this a little earlier, Steve. Our overtime period coming up is going to be a 3-on-3 situation, and that is when puck control hockey is really, really important, and you see a lot more of it with just 3 players on each side of the ice. It'll be fun to watch.
So what's going to happen on the 3-on-3 is goaltenders will change directions. Kuchaslo will defend to the right, and to the left, it'll be Lucas Bain. Panthers bring Kosek, Walters, and Aston. Ursulak, along with Henderson for Maryville. And they'll bring it in the zone. The other one is Wagner. He had possession of the puck. Puck flipped through. Here's Aston. It's maybe a 3-on-1. Panthers bring it across. Here comes Walters looking for a pass, but it's broken up, and then we get a score, although it's not what you expect.
Another player in the net goal.
Just 30 seconds in. .4:30 to go in this period, and it looks like Maryville has taken a timeout. We will take a quick timeout too and be right back. Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson along with Stan Knowlton in the booth. 1-1 game. Sterling Ponick, 2:46 of the first, his third in the second at 9:14. Sam Edwards, his seventh on the power play. That's been it. Drury did make that. Maryville did have a goal disallowed, and we now are in overtime. 3-3 game, 3-3 scenario here. In overtime, Panthers have it. Tipped right out in front. Garcha missed. Puck laid out to center. Here come Maryville. A 2-on-2. A drive in that gets deflected up and high on the shot by McLean. Puck skitters around, out, and we get a stoppage in play as puck comes up into the bench. So 4:07 to go. Face off at center ice.
During that overtime, Steve, the timeout, both Coach John Hogan and Coach Jeremy Law had a chance to gather the troops, do a little strategizing. John started the program at Maryville. He's been the longtime coach there, and Jeremy's in his third season as head man of the Drury program.
Here's St. Clair now on the ice. Across the line, St. Clair, he shoots in up high, missed wide. Puck rims out. Oh, Panthers not able to get to the puck, and somehow they are able to catch it up. He's having trouble getting to it was Will Smith. So Drury avoids a mistake there. 3:36 to go. Back of his own zone is Levi Brewer. The last time the Panthers went to overtime, they won against Missouri State back in December. Now here's a drive that is poked through. 3-2 they won. Drury has come down to a 0-0 game, having to win in overtime. They've done that this season. Aston had the puck picked away from him by McLean. Now Maryville with possession. 2:53 and the clock rolls. Saints across the line, looking to get it established. Right out in front, Kachaslo makes the save on the drive by Ursulak. Somebody lost their stick. Getting it back is McLean. Now the Panthers to set it up. 2:30 to go. Here's Aston. Makes his way through. Aston has some room. Aston, left side, tried to pull the trigger, couldn't do it. Aston again, gets it up top, Sterling Ponick. Grady waits, he shoots, save. Rebound into the corner. 2:13 to go. Here's Aston. Panthers change one. Puck comes out to center. Sterling Ponick now with the man who changed, and Johnston. Here comes Matthew with it on the left side. Looking to drop it off. Gets it to Davidson. He shoots in. Blocked. Rebound. Comes out. Kept in. Sterling Ponick. Over to the right side. Now a drive comes in. It's blocked into the corner too. That one off of Davidson. Now out in front, drive, score! Panthers win it in overtime. Joe Davidson will get his 5th goal this season. And Drury is now 19-1 on the season.
Scored by number 39, Joe Davidson! Assisted on the play by number 29, Matthew Johnston! Time of the goal, 3:19 of overtime. Davidson, his 5th of the season from Johnston at 3:19. Same 2 teams.
That's the call from public address announcer Kevin Klein as Drury takes the victory. And you can argue this could have been anybody's game.
Exactly right, Steve. Just impressive work in overtime by the Panthers to get that opportunity and put it home for the victory. What a battle we've seen tonight, and boy, tomorrow they're going to be back at it again. It will be fun to watch. And a great game on both sides tonight.
1 shot on goal on Kuchaslo and 2 shots on goal on Payne, one of them the game winner. Panthers will take the victory as Joseph Kuchaslo stops 20 of 21. Lucas Payne stops 15 of 17. Power plays, again, the Panthers were 0 for 0. They did not have a power play. The Saints did not take a penalty. And 1 for 4 were the Saints. The power play goal, Edwards, as we'll go back and recap all the scoring for you. At 2:46 of the first period, Grady Sterling-Ponick, his 3rd. St. Clair gets his 5th assist. It's a 1-0 game. And then on the power play, Sam Edwards with his 7th. McNeil will get the assist, and Wagner also gets an assist. They added him. That is a 1-1 game. Then in the 3rd period, a goal that was disallowed as the net was dislodged, so the officials say no goal. But Davidson in overtime, 3:19, his 5th of the season. Johnston with the assist, and a 2-1 victory for the Saints. Boy, is this been an exciting game, exciting weekend for that matter. But these same 2 teams tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Right before that, Stan, I don't know if you're going to get up and have breakfast and then come on over here, but it is Drury Division 3 and Maryville Division 3. All of that taking place 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh, boy, lots of action at the Ice Park this weekend for sure, Steve. And Panthers, again, so impressive in that 2-1 win. And overtime situation, I just was thinking to myself, I can feel Coach Hogan's pain as the Panthers did that to Missouri State, their first Friday night game when we played in early December, that overtime win. Wow, man.
Well, that's going to do it for us here as our camera decides which way it wants to go. It's crazy. Everything's been crazy. We are crazy, but we're going to get out of here as we have to prepare for another game tomorrow.
Thank everyone for watching tonight, Steve. Thank you.
For Stan
and
Melton.
Thanks for having me in.
Absolutely. For Stan Melton, for Scott Lutzke, who keeps us on the air, for Cal Bussin, who does great camera work, and for Gabby Marler, who also helps produce here locally. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in. Again, another game tomorrow, Division 3, 10 a.m. And then this game continues with number 2, and that will take place at 1:30 p.m. Until then, once again, the final score 2-1 as the Drury Panthers take the win on Joe Davidson's overtime goal, his 5th of the season, as Drury continues their miraculous season, and they are now 19-1 this season. Drury hands Maryville a loss. They are 10-7 in ACHA play. But until tomorrow, I want to say goodnight, everyone.